You have a chance right now to save the world.
Hello, darlings. Today marks the 1-year anniversary of Dragon Age the Veilguard, and 1 year later, I still love it. There were moments in this game that truly touched my heart, moments that got me giggling, and moments I'm still bitter about. No Elfruit. Yeah, I miss gathering Elfruit. Today I want to highlight some of my top 3s. Favorite banter, random moments, scenes that made me cry. But first, let's address this. When Dragon Age the Veilguard came out, it was the first time I was covering a Dragon Age game as a Dragon Age YouTuber. I started after Inquisition, still my favorite Dragon Age game by the way. I wanted to see everything. I wanted to cover everything, and in my excitement, I didn't stop to discern better what I might prefer. Instead, I tried to cover too much all at once, which was extremely overwhelming. What that did was I saw too much. And the prologue, even if it's like one of my favorite moments in the game, are kind of spoiled for me. Not in a sullied way, but in a I've seen this too many times already kind of way. So while discovering it with Thanaras made it new and fresh, it wasn't like discovering it for the very first time with my character. It was only during my second conversation with Solas where I felt, now I'm playing Dragon Age the Veilguard. Now this feels like a true Dragon Age game. Now I'm truly immersed in it.
Thank you. I'll go poke at the cruel and the corrupt, and we'll see what we find.
Over the years, I racked up quite a lot of theories, some very far-fetched, some more grounded, some of which were spot on, and some were way off the mark. And others were kind of like sort of correct, only because the writing is ambiguous enough regarding those that it leaves them to interpretation. Playing the game and seeing some of those theories proven true, discovering the evidence and jumping in my seat was a thrill in and of itself. Looking at you, old gods linked to elven gods. But those specifics are for another time. Now it's time to highlight all my top 3 moments, random ones, banter, and those that made me cry.
Look at this. I bet it came in handy.
There are plenty of moments in the game that I got a real kick out of. My top 3 are finding my cat in Treviso. Hi, Poof. Rock, paper, scissors with Manfred. And you guessed it, hand puns.
You have to hand it to the ancient elves.
Actually, I think that was my top most favorite random moment. I could hardly handle the giggles. For real though, it felt like the devs just knew some of us would love these puns. I would have preferred more, but I wasn't going to bite the hand that feeds me.
People have been killed for less.
Okay.
There's a lot of banter in this game. A lot of it I really enjoyed. Most notably, some of the back and forths between Emmerich and Lucanis, or / Spite, seeing as Emmerich always hears Spite all the time.
My sympathies. You can hear Spite, even when he doesn't take me over.
This close, yes.
I am so sorry.
Davrin and Lucanis being all broy about firsts back and forth.
If you join the Wardens, you could become the first Warden who's also First Talon.
The first Talon Warden.
Or First Talon First Warden.
It's good to see Viago energized.
And of course, Viago and Thea banter that is full of innuendos and insinuations. And you know how much your green girl loves those.
When have I ever not been energized?
Certain mornings.
Only after certain evenings.
There are a lot of scenes in this game that I absolutely adored. Many gave me goosebumps or fuzzy feelings inside. Some of them I found oomphy, like some of the fights, some of the cutscenes, some of the conversations. But here are my top 3 favorite cutscenes that did not make me cry.
I thought I'd never see you again.
Lucanis reassuring Rook after the Fade prison that everything is real.
I didn't think I'd ever get out of there. How do I know if I really did?
Okay, so borderline, very touching, but it didn't have any like full-on tears. And their moment of intimacy being all tender. I mean, let's be real. I loved the Lucanis romance. Yes, it was different from what I imagined.
You're really here.
Promise?
I swear.
But I love Lucanis. And it made sense to me that he wanted to figure himself out first before committing himself more freely to Rook. I love that. The coffee scene with Spite, lots of Spite scenes, love them all. But that moment of reassurance, that tender moment where Lucanis envelops Stenaros in his wings to kiss him languidly. Oh, that had me falling in love with him all over again.
I know exactly how to feel.
Just don't leave.
Never.
Good luck. When next we meet, let us be standing over Elganon's body.
Solas transforming into the Dreadwolf form and fighting Elgar'nan. I literally had goosebumps. There had been a clip of this in the trailer, and I was excited to see Solas in full-on Dreadwolf form, imagining over the years how my all-time favorite Dragon Age character would manifest his godlike self never prepared me for the sheer, raw power of his transformation in this scene. The way his body moves to go on all forms as he shifts, the way he fights, the eyes we always saw the Dreadwolf depicted with, and that fight, Solas fighting to save Thedas against Elgar'nan. I mean, yes, he had his ulterior motives. How small he is in comparison to the dragon form. That's what she said. Even though he is massive. That's what she said. And how he fights, just going at it again and again, knowing the risks, but knowing he can delay and make a difference there. And then shifting back, battered and bruised, but having fulfilled his purpose in that fight. Epic.
You are mortal, Elganon. Enjoy it while it lasts.
The Elven Gods Rising. There is a lot to unpack and digest in that scene. That whole sequence is epic, heartbreaking, and reveals so many clues to what comes next in the game. But that single moment where the gods are unleashed, when Elgar'nan and Gil'Anain not only are poofed out of their prison, but lift themselves up and rise to tower over Solas, the sheer awe and fear in Solas's eyes, that moment that unleashes Rook's purpose in this game and that will lead to all the reveals we'd been waiting for, that is one powerful piece of a scene and one hell of an epic scene, to say the least. And the first time I saw it with the prologue, yes, a little bit spoiled, but that part, no matter how many times I watched or rewatched it before the game's release, and when I lived it, experienced it with Stenaros, and then rewatching my recordings of it, I am still in awe of that moment. It's goosebumps.
Whatever it takes. Assad!
Many moments in this game made me cry, from Balara and her brother, to Tasha's mother's sacrifice, to the sacrifice made during the battle against Gil'Anain. For me, that was Davrin and Asan. And
You are not my god!
oh my, those deserve a mention for sure. But my top three are...
Look at me! Don't you remember?
Lace Harding facing her rage.
They broke us into a million pieces, and this is all that's left!
Anger. And pain.
Oh gosh, just thinking about it brings tears to my eyes. We all have that rage within us, hurt that we suppress, that just festers sometimes. Lace's became an entity.
I'm so sorry.
That fight when she realizes what it is we are fighting, that moment where she questions herself, Rook shouting out to her,
Harding! You have to stop, or you'll kill us all!
and Lace remembering herself, remembering her heart, and that part of her that cares about the rage entity, and the reconciliation.
We will thrive in spite of you.
Because you died.
Yeah. Sorry about that, kid.
Varric. Varric's fate that was unknown to Rook and to us throughout the entire game. The Varric that we kept seeing not being the real Varric, but then at the end, the real Varric. How real Varric knew the risk he was taking when he told Rook to take care of the team, when he confronts Solas as though knowing it will be his end.
To talk to him, to try to reach him, even knowing the risks, because he was my friend. My decision, my sacrifice, and you don't get to take that from me.
But
Every story's got an ending. This one just came a little earlier than I planned.
That willingness to sacrifice himself, which if Hawk is in the Fade, part of that just like hits in the feels even harder. And then when Varric meets Rook in the Fade prison, and how forgiving he is of his friend who lost his way, how willing he is to forgive Solas without a second thought.
Remind him who he really is. He might just listen.
Varric's forgiveness is what had me going with full-on tears. Varric was truly the best of friends anyone could have. And Varric moving on like that into the Fade, once again, I think of the Inquisition playthroughs where Hawk was left in the Fade.
Hawk.
Say goodbye to Varric for me.
goodbye, Varric. And thank you.
Looking forward to seeing how it turns out.
You have a chance right now to save the world. Bind yourself to the veil and stop it from falling.
Last but not least, the scene that had me bawling, you probably already know it, Solavellan reunion and reconciliation. Okay, first of all, that whole ending, how Solas was stuck in his past, hooked up on his promise to Mythal, Mythal releasing him from his duty to her,
I release you from my service.
Lavellan forgiving Solas because her love transcends any hurt or grudge she might have kept.
Banal nadas, arlathma venan.
How her life felt meaningless without him, how Solas finally lets go of everything. He was in such resistance, and in that version of the ending, he willingly gives it all up, gives himself up to dedicate himself to healing the blight.
My life force now sustains the veil. I cannot kill the blight, but I can help to soothe its anger.
And then Lavellan and Solas reunited, Solas accepting her love, she accepting his fate, the sacrifice she's willing to make to be with him, walking the Dinan Shiral with him.
I am here, walking the Dinan Shiral with you.
I lied. I betrayed you.
I forgive you.
Oh, total dark romance vibes are right there. Lovers sacrificing everything to be together. And then,
Tel banal arama, vir shiral malasa, belanares.
accepting each other, accepting their love, and moving on to the Fade together. I've said it before, I will say it again. It wasn't anything like I had imagined, but it was everything that I was hoping for. Dragon Age the Veilguard, 1 year later. I still love it. I still want to play it again. I'll still cry, I'll still laugh, and I'll still feel all the emotions that Dragon Age games always make me feel. Thank you for being here with me. Masaranas.